This video took 3 times as long to record and produce as the last one. I feel like it's just gonna get harder from here. But let's go, shall we? Hi guys, Lumi here with episode 2 of the 1.18 hardcore series. Hopefully more to come because I almost died like 5 times here. My goal here is by the end of the episode to have a strong start in the Nether, the hellish landscape that continues to be dangerous even in the endgame. But before any of that can happen, we have to get a bit of an upgrade in, well, everything. Time to go caving. A common theme you'll see me struggle with for the next 6 hours is not understanding how to find ores in 1.18. Besides redstone, of course, because who doesn't love having stacks of redstones laying around that they'll never use? After I ran low on supplies, I came back up with just enough to take my first steps into the Nether. I didn't have plans on actually going far into it, but we really needed to know what we're working with here. Grabbing a good chunk of obsidian for both an enchanting table and a portal, which was a slow and painful process, I was ready to go. But got distracted by local aliens. Luckily, they managed to somehow kill themselves. No bad omen today. I found a cozy spot on the side of my base without a second thought, constructed the portal in full send. This might be an issue. The entirety of my nether spawn had been engulfed by the basalt deltas. Don't tell them I said this, but it's the worst biome in the game, at least to me. Like, it's made of pointy dried milk and lava, and magma slimes that just love to hit you in. Getting out my portal was a pain. I ended up filling the edges with some deep slate from my earlier journey into the caves. The least I could do was level out the area where I could take my first steps, and not straight into lava. I built a small enclosure with a staircase to easily access my only door home. But before I could go deeper, we had to take another trip into the tunnels, this time with extra picks and loads of food. I tried lots of things, branch mining at Y0, Y-50, Y15, but this was only getting harder. Diamonds spawn easiest at the lower levels, but anywhere below Y0, cobblestone is replaced by deep slate, which takes significantly longer to break. This was a problem, and the only thought I had was to go back and use the few diamonds I had on an enchanting table and just buff my gear. Luckily, I lured and bred some cows earlier over time, so the leather was waiting for me. I built an extension to my house as an enchanting room, and dang was I lucky. Near perfect enchantments, but all that was missing was another sharpness 4 to boost it to 5, but after grinding a few more levels I had no luck. I'll take what I can get. It was still great for now. Oh yeah, and I set fire to an entire forest to assert my dominance over nature. That happened too. But I was able to use the wood to build a bedroom, so isn't that swell? Breaking news, this just in. This absolute mad lad of a person just became my first patron on Patreon that I opened an hour ago, but how? No time for questions, only action. I needed to do something memorable, so he'd be inscribed to the server's history forever. That's when it hit me. I'll name my dog after him. After some genius exchanging of words, we settled on Vex, short for vexillology, the study of flags, but we don't judge here. Better than concrete. Small problem, I had the dog, but I didn't have any name tags, nor a book for Luck of the Sea. So I fished, and fished, and fished, and fished. Ooh, we got it! And so Vex was born. Where were we? Ah, yes, mine time. I ended up disregarding my mental health and sleep schedule to plow through deep sleep for the next 4 hours straight. I found one cave on the way, but it didn't yield much other than 3 close calls. Nothing camping can't fix. Heading back to my base, I was happier than ever. I had enough resources to hopefully never go down there again. I had the material, and I had the time. I needed experience, so I built my first mob grinder. I've always been god-awful at these, and just building in general. It was a simple 1-layer farm with an AFK box up top. I'll probably add more layers in the future as time goes on, but for now, it got the job done. The time was now, and I was ready. Taking my first steps beyond the deltas, I started bridging out with basalt, further and further. I'd finally reached land when I took a look around. Man, this nether was awful, and no fortress in sight. I was almost inclined to use a seed map, but remembered I can't even do that because newer snapshot has different terrain generation, so I just kept going. Finding a few islands and building roads across a sea of lavas, and what's this? Too small to be a fortress. Turns out my endless bridging was worth it. A bastion. But not being nearly strong enough to fight them, I had to go incognito. Ho ho, you're what I am looking for. Another ingot to make the journey worthwhile? I grabbed my loot and booked it. I never thought I'd be this happy to hear the ear-bleeding moves from my cows, but being back in the overworld was great. I took the time and enchanted a bunch of books, and I had a plan. At last I finally found them, the final 2 enchantments I needed to complete my sword. Forging them together, I hit a new level of damage output. Don't forget the edgy name, no sword is complete without one. Hey guys, thanks for sticking to the end. I hope you enjoyed the video, and leave a like if you did. Or comment what you want to see in the next video. A huge thanks to my first patron, Yoink4K. Links are down below, and I'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.